is the moment, tonight is the night.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got a big Bitcoin update because price is dipping hard. And honestly, things are getting very interesting. Bitcoin just dropped into a major support area. The RSI is nearly oversold, and we're getting some really clean levels forming right now. So let's break it down, see what's happening, why we're here, and where Bitcoin might be headed next. Full disclosure, the channel is pivoting to becoming a full Bitcoin maxi. So if you haven't checked out my other video, my first time buying Bitcoin, please go check out that video and help support my channel and help support me accumulating one Bitcoin during the bear market. So here, let me show you so this is my Robinhood account, and I officially bought, I said 1/100th, but I'm an idiot. It's 1/1000th of a Bitcoin. So obviously I bought it during that big dip and it went a little bit lower, but now it's going back up. It really doesn't matter because I'm not going to buy at the top, but also, if it is bearish, like if it's a bear market and this is like, we're just getting ready to go down, I want to be investing in like a couple years when Bitcoin's sitting at 30 to 40,000. I think my capital is going to obviously go a lot longer ways than to buy right now. So again, I'm not going to be buying the top. I just did it for the content and because I always tell you guys and I always tell everyone that comes to the live streams, hey, when the RSI is extremely oversold, take advantage of it on the daily and on even more on the weekly. As you can see on the weekly, there's only 3 times that we've been extremely oversold. And every single one of these times, it marked a bottom before we had the next leg up. So I hope that made sense. I know that's a lot of information, but anyway. So let's get back to the video. So Bitcoin is trading around 92,300 right now, but obviously we're at 92,000 now. So it's just always moving very, very fast. So it's basically, oh yeah, by the way, completely side note, this is the car that I wanted, and then we all went down. So I'm gonna have to put a hold on buying this Lambo, unfortunately. Anyway, Bitcoin is trading around 92,000 right now after a pretty aggressive sell-off. We lost the 20, 50, 100, and even the 200-day EMA on the daily. So short-term momentum has officially turned bearish. But don't stress, this is a classic bull market correction behavior. Price can easily drop between 20 and 30% before the next major move up. However, this is a pretty deep correction, and it was a pretty deep correction the last 3 times, okay? So whether the cycle is over and we come back up and get stuck at resistance, you have to decide that. I think it's bear market, but I don't want to, I think we're going down. That's why I'm starting to accumulate Bitcoin, because I want to take advantage of these dips. But if we're not bearish, and if we're still going to go up to make that next level up, then 139 and 148 is in play. But short term, it doesn't matter. I updated my resistance zone to 96 to 101,000. This range is super important because it used to be support and now is flipped into resistance. Until Bitcoin gets back above this zone, the bulls don't have real control again. This is the area price kept trying to reclaim over the past couple of weeks, and every time we got back up over 100, oh, Bitcoin's back over 100, Bitcoin's back over 100,000. Every time it got rejected. That rejected sent us right to where we are now. So let's focus on support block below. My zone runs between 91,000 to 83,600, and price is literally about to enter the top of that zone right now. This is where buyers historically have stepped in. Obviously, I even bought, right? And I didn't even have Bitcoin. That whole region was a major consolidation zone before the breakout earlier. Okay, so major consolidation before we had that breakout. So for me, this is the first meaningful spot where Bitcoin should show some reaction. Okay, but the reaction, again, if it's bearish, you're going to come up, you're going to get stuck at 96 to 101. People are going to think it's going to the moon, and it's a bear market, and basically going to fall another like 20 to 30, 40, 50% back down to, we're going to break through this area of support at 83,000. And unfortunately, that's the truth. And then if we break that, then obviously I was wrong. Not that I'm saying I'm right or wrong. Obviously, I'm actually buying Bitcoin, so it really doesn't matter. But I think at that point, for the bull argument would be, oh, 139 and 148,000 is next. Next, let's look at the RSI. We're currently sitting at between 29 and 36. That's pretty much in oversold territory. And if you scroll back, you'll see every time Bitcoin has hit these levels in the bull market, we've gotten some sort of bounce. Again, don't get trapped if we bounce to resistance and then get stuck, because that's not bullish. We need to break 96 to 101, okay? Not saying a reversal is guaranteed, but the risk or reward for buyers starts getting better down here. What could confirm a bounce? So what would I need to see to flip bullish again? A couple things. One, Bitcoin needs to hold 91,000, which we're retesting right now. The RSI does need to curl up from these oversold territories. A daily close inside the 96 to 101,000 zone, and a break back above the EMA cluster, which is around 100 to 106, would confirm bullish. That's a lot of stuff. So if that doesn't happen, it's not bullish. But if Bitcoin can reclaim even the bottom of that resistance block at 96,000, it would signal the start of a momentum shift. Now, zooming out and looking at the bigger picture, nothing about the long-term trend is broken. But again, this is very common. It's going to break, and it's going to take everybody to the shadow realm. So just be careful. This is still a higher low structure and still a higher high structure, and the major upside target is still sitting around 139 to 148. You're still in this uptrend. This thing, there's no doubt about how bullish this is. Okay, it's still a very, very, very bullish structure. But if you guys were here for the last couple bull runs, I've been here since 2018, you could see how bullish it is before you basically get a huge correction. You can see how bullish it is before you get a huge correction. So all I'm saying is just be careful. Obviously, I put in $100 right now because I'm starting to accumulate. But as we go lower and as we hit major areas of support on the macro time frame, I'm obviously going to be increasing that amount as we get closer to the finishing the bear market. But that's if the bear market started now and then 2 years out from right now. So anyway, personally, I'm watching for 91 to 88,000 closely. If we dip into that range with oversold RSI, that's historically a great accumulation zone. Okay, not financial advice, just how I play these cycles. I like buying fear instead of support, not chasing candles and resistance. We are at, what are we at? We're at extreme fear right now, right? Yeah, we're at extreme fear right now, sitting at 15. So I always say, take advantage of oversold, take advantage of extreme fear. That doesn't mean go all in, especially at Bitcoin at $90,000. I think that there's a little upside potential there, given that if we did enter a bear market, it's okay if I lose like $50 on my 100. But if I go in, like if I put in 10 grand, that'll be like 5 grand. I'm not saying it's not going to go up, because I just need to hold it long enough, but I'm trying to take advantage of RSI oversold moments, and then also extreme fear moments, because that obviously coincides perfectly with taking advantage of, okay, I didn't buy Bitcoin at the top. I actually managed to get Bitcoin at 28% from the top, right? Definitely take advantage of that. So that's the update today. Bitcoin is dipping, but we're hitting major support zones that have been on the chart for months now. Stay calm, stay patient, and trade the levels, not the emotions. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please make sure to like the video, subscribe, and comment where you think Bitcoin is headed next. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you're going to join me in my journey to accumulate 1 Bitcoin during the bear market. So I'm going to be making content with that. I'm going to be a Bitcoin maxi. I guess a Bitcoin maxi with 1 Bitcoin, which is pretty funny. But I would greatly appreciate it if you do subscribe, like, and help me get to, the next goal is 10K, and then my next goal after that is 100K. And then maybe I'll get rich enough to be able to buy 2 Bitcoins at that point, right? Anyways, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next update video. Have a great day. Have a great week.